How do you create unforgettable worlds? How do you establish unique characters, settings, and plots? One great way to do this is with production design. But stylish design for its own sake isn't enough. Locations, props, wardrobe, and set dressing, they're opportunities for you to convey mood, tone, and theme without saying a word. In this video, we're going to explore how to create unforgettable scene elements. Specifically, the production design in the Amazon original series, The Boys, and how you can apply the same process to your own projects. But before we jump into our scene examples, make sure to subscribe below and click the bell icon to stay in the loop.
Armored truck on the street.
The Boys is about an ordinary young man, Huey, living a simple life, working at a quiet electronics store. An underdog surrounded by a culture that's completely obsessed with celebrity. Specifically, celebrities with superpowers.
A multi-billion-dollar global industry supported by corporate lobbyists and politicians on both sides.
They are above the law, both figuratively and literally. We're going to use Studio Binder's production software to break down scenes from The Boys. Let's get diabolical.
Holy fuck! That was diabolical!
Production design elements include wardrobe, set design, and props. You identify these elements when breaking down a script. This creates a complete, robust world. When building the elements of your world, we're going to touch on 3 things you'll want to consider. Your first job is to begin with story, because it should inform every decision you make.
My deepest condolences to Robin Ward's family.
Your second job is to compile research. Create mood boards for wardrobe. Set design. And props.
Name's Butcher. Billy Butcher.
Your third job is to take design elements and exaggerate it. It can be exaggerated to the max, like the pile of money in The Dark Knight, or flood of blood in The Shining. But you can also exaggerate to the minimum, emptiness. For a show like The Boys, exaggeration is critical, because it's a satire.
Here comes the A-Train!
My wish was to meet Translucent. That was my only wish.
Well, maybe you can swing by next week or something.
So, how do you go about building production design that is accurate and believable?
Turn that off.
First, let's talk about the wardrobe. How do the costumes in The Boys support the story? In the first scene, we meet Homelander. What is the first thing we see? We see the American flag, the eagle shoulder pads,
Homelander?
You boys okay?
Can I get a selfie?
Of course you can.
In the next scene, we see Huey.
So this is pretty much everything in one. Bluetooth speakers. It's in stereo, so you can put it all around your living room.
He's clothed in a conservative work attire. Brown corduroy pants. Laminate ID hanging from his neck. Both of these characters are at work. But unlike Homelander, there are no vibrant colors here. And that contrast illustrates the different lives they lead. So, Let's look at the research needed for the wardrobe. In the case of The Boys, it's based on a graphic novel.
All of you, stay back! You stay the fuck back or I'll laser you, goddammit! I'll laser every fucking one of you!
Every costume you see in The Boys has some connection to existing superhero costumes. Homelander's costume is a mixture of Captain America and Superman. Queen Maeve's resembles Wonder Woman. The Deep is based on Aquaman.
We make heroes super.
Yeah.
The costumes in The Boys are all highly exaggerated. Look at Homelander's cape, literally the American flag. Or Starlight's costume, from a naive Iowa farm girl to a sex symbol. Look at the Deep's costume.
What's up?
As the playboy of the group, his wardrobe is sexualized for his fans. The stuffed pecs, the abs. When you see the hyper-specific and exaggerated look of the suit standing next to a civilian, the difference is made painfully clear due to the exaggerations. So, what about the set design? The set design in The Boys serves as a constant reminder of circumstances. The art department goes to great lengths to tell us that this world is similar to ours, but it's a world that is owned by the suits. Like in this scene where Huey just wants to buy some beer, but instead, he's surrounded by images of A-Train.
Don't you ever besmirch Billy.
The superhero that stole his life.
I can't stop. I can't stop.
The aisles are tightly packed, so there is nowhere to escape. The script may mention that A-Train is everywhere Huey turns. A large part of production design is reading between the lines and searching for every opportunity to tell a story through design elements. Research. Much of the set dressing in The Boys acts as branding for the soups. In some instances, it takes cues from Greek and Roman art. Look at stone busts of the soups and columns in the meeting room. The ceiling art. After all, these are modern gods. The design also takes inspiration from Marvel and DC. The V-shaped table looks similar to the table inside the Avengers spaceship. The sets are also exaggerated. With the Seven Tower, they used the existing window style from their filming location in Toronto, the Roy Thompson Hall. They did this for stylistic reasons, to create a Mount Olympus-like building that towered over the city. Everything is there to remind us that this world exists to serve the celebrities.
My skin turns into this carbon metamaterial that bends the light.
And by everything, this also includes the props. Props are defined by objects that characters interact with, so both the object and the way a character interacts with them means something.
Who put the fucking blanket on the bed? You fucking asshole.
Take this early moment where Huey makes a sale. Huey selects a high-speed HDMI cable,
1000 meg HDMI. Let's go with this one.
one that the script describes as having more conductive carbon.
It costs a little bit more, but the carbon's way more conductive.
But look what it shares shelf space with: an A-Train branded computer mouse. Both of these props foreshadow the events to come.
How do you know the electric could do the job?
Skin's carbon, highly conductive. Saw it on Jimmy Fallon.
Or this scene, where Stillwell has just finished a pumping session.
Yeah, I've just been pumping for 30 minutes and I got 1/4 of an ounce.
It seems to have little weight, but it's actually an important story element that foreshadows a future storyline.
Personally, I think it's amazing that a woman your age can have a baby, period.
Also notice how Homelander moves the action figure to the center of the table. They aren't there just for style. They're there to introduce important story points.
Jesus.
As well as convey character.
Have I not been paying enough attention to it?
Research also applies to props. What should the superpower steroid known as Compound V look like? Which color should it be? Viscosity, the container. It's based on a comic. The props are also exaggerated. Like the first time we meet Starlight, she's lifting a car with just her arms and punching holes through a brick wall. It's over the top, but that's what makes it memorable. And Frenchie's gun-running business? He doesn't own a few guns, he owns tons of guns.
Tons of guns, real easy to get.
But the opposite kind of exaggeration is just as effective, under-exaggeration. Take the scene where Billy Butcher has nothing but a single Hot Pocket in his freezer. Just one. What does it say about a character when the refrigerator's virtually empty? Production design gives you an opportunity to exaggerate so you leave zero room for confusion. You have a limited amount of time to hammer home a point. Exaggeration heightens the effect.
You fucking cocksuckers.
So let's recap. When building the elements of your world, specifically wardrobe, set design, and props, always think story. Find opportunities in the script to support the character's setting and plot. Do your research to build a rich, authentic universe that connects to history and precedent. And then exaggerate it to make it memorable. This can be under-exaggeration as well. What are some other movies or shows you'd like to see us break down next? Who do you think is a master of world building? Tell us in the comments. Remember to subscribe to our channel below. Click the bell icon for notifications and follow us on our Instagram page. After all, why have average
When you can have extraordinary.